The best smile on LinkedIn, Katrina Rogers, has been an amazing volunteer, is today the director of key opinion leaders. I think that's your role today. You've been pulling people together, saying hello to them, talking to them. But tell us a little bit about the role you play in the world when you're not working on Bullpen.
Okay. So I have 25 years of experience in pharmaceutical and medical device quality operations, manufacturing, discovery, and development. And I get to use that expertise in a lot of different ways. I have my own services firm. I was the founder of Evergreen Bioscience Innovation Cluster, and I really am focused on helping innovators and investors get those medical products from bench to bedside. And I have a special passion for helping underrepresented founders in this space.
Well, you do a lot of things, and you are very social, and your leadership qualities are amazing. Let's talk about specifically the Northwest regional stuff that you've been working on over the last 10 years or so, and what is the mission? How can this market connect with you in the
Absolutely.
Northwest?
So love to hear the folks talking about ecosystem development, because that's a big piece of what we're trying to do here. The vision for the Evergreen Bioscience Innovation Cluster as a modern innovation cluster is to build the life science ecosystem of the future in the Northwest. And when we talk about the Northwest, we often hear about Seattle. There's a lot of things happening in Seattle, but there are amazing things that are happening inland from Seattle, in Washington, in Oregon, in Idaho, in Montana, and in Utah, which is our geographic area right now. We have ambitions to make that larger. But the focus here is to think about, how do we lean into our startup ecosystem? How do we help the people who are out there and doing amazing things with very few resources? None of them have the resources that you could get if you were in Boston or in San Francisco. Yet they're building these startups, they're doing amazing things, they've got technical work happening. How do we help them? How do we help all of the many students that are graduating from our amazing academic network, consisting of Washington State University and the University of Washington, among others? Many people will be familiar with Gonzaga from the basketball, but they also do quite a bit in our ecosystem as well with life sciences. How do we get those students to stay home and recognize that they have opportunities here locally? Because that's one of our best exports so far to date, is to send the students out into the rest of the United States to learn and practice their trade.
Well, they're sure lucky to have you. I know you are founder of that, now sit on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to Medical Alley and thank them for sponsoring this session. And I hope that you make some connections with Bobby and the rest of the team and get a little closer to us here in Minnesota. I'd love to have you here as much as possible. I know we talked about going up on Lake Superior and doing some fishing. That would be fun. But in general, Katrina, so proud to have you part of our group and happy to have your energy around us. So thank you very much.
Great. Well, thanks, Christian. And I think my ask for the group is, come and meet me. I'd love to meet you and find out more about what you're doing.
Okay, let's give her a round of applause.